so glad we got to do this. I feel like I haven't seen you forever.
I know, I've been in Chicago a lot.
I know, sleeping at Dougie's house.
It's just closer to work.
Yeah, how's it going with him anyway?
I don't know. It's fine. I just feel like he's been a bit distant lately. He calls me dude a lot.
Oh, that doesn't mean anything. I'm sure everything's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, what did you do last night? What did you do? You're not telling me something.
I hung out with Ted for a little bit.
I knew it.
We had fun. It was fun.
Here's what I don't like about it. You hate yourself after you see him every time. And then we go through this and you feel like shit. Like, I just feel like you're doing it because you feel bad about yourself.
He called me late last night and we hung out. It wasn't a big deal. And we had fun.
Ew, you had sex.
We had an adult sleepover.
Oh, so did you let him sleep over in your mouth? Annie!
I'm sorry. He kept putting it near my face.
Yeah, they do that.
Let us offer. If we don't offer...
You're supposed to slap it away.
You can't. You can't, like, look straight at it. It's too aggressive. It's like... This is my impression.
Those are the balls?
You know, I'm trying to make it round, but I have elbows. He's so hot, though.
Look, I know you keep saying he's cute and all that stuff, but he makes you feel like shit. You're a total catch, and every guy would be psyched to be your man. You just have to make room for somebody who's nice to you.
Look, he's honest. He told me we are what we are, and we're just having fun. And I like that.
He told you need to get dental work. He's an asshole.
I do not need dental work.
You're right.
My teeth are fine.
You're so beautiful. Will you marry me?
Yes? I love you. Oh shit, he sees us.
Hey, if you want to take this class, you're gonna have to pay for it like the rest of these bitches.
Sorry, Rodney, we're on a budget.
Hey! I'm not even in yet, so this might not even be a problem. Mom. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have gone behind your back. It's not like I'm definitely going to New York. Mom. Mom! Aren't you sort of proud that I'm this close to getting in? I mean, just a little? Yes, it was probably easier because 9/11 and less people applying with terrorism and all that, but still though, I'm sorry. I know I can lie and not be a good person, but please? Mom, please. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. And I appreciate everything you've done for me. I'm ungrateful and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I wanted more, but please just talk to me. I know I'm so bad. I know I am, but please just talk to me, Mom. Mom, please talk to me.
You want to talk about it?
What's there to say? I'm a horrible person. Everyone thinks I'm a whore, and for the first time, I'm starting to believe it.
What?
Don't act like you don't know what people are saying about me.
Well, I know what people are saying, but it doesn't mean I believe them.
Why not?
Well, contrary to popular belief, I'm not an idiot. I know exactly what you're doing, and I know exactly why you're doing it.
Who told you?
No one had to tell me. All I know is once upon a time there was a scared little boy in a closet at a party who wasn't ready for his first kiss. And an amazing little girl who lied for him.
I still can't believe you remember that.
Yeah. And after I ran out, you pulled Brandon in. Yeah, I know about that, by the way.
Look how he turned out.
You know, sometimes I still pretend you're my first kiss.
Yeah? Who was?
Your friend Rhiannon, we knew that.
What?
Yeah, about a year later. Oh, it sucked.
She did it first, and here I am, feeling so bad. Oh, that bitch. She knew how I felt about you.
How do you feel about me?
Felt. I said felt.
Oh.
How do you know where I live?
We used to carpool.
Yeah, in the 2nd grade. What are you, a savant for people's addresses?
Only people that I think are cool.
You think I'm cool?
Yeah. And pretty. And smart.
Did you come to these conclusions prior to my little transformation?
Way prior.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why didn't that rumor spread?
Well, I like to keep my business to myself. And notoriety, for whatever reason, doesn't seem to benefit the noted. Only the notey.
Where were you 2 weeks ago?
Olive, if I promise not to tell anyone, can I kiss you?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No. I just mean not now. I don't want you to kiss me with mascara running down my face and some horn dog having just shoved his tongue down my throat. I've been wanting to kiss you since 6th grade, Todd. But I want it to be perfect. And right now, my life's a mess. I need to get my business in order before I drag you into it.
Well, what if I wanted to be dragged into it? You know, maybe I could help.
No. I need to figure this one out on my own. Rain check?
Yeah, of course.
Why now? Why all of a sudden you into me now?
I don't know. I haven't overanalyzed it like you're about to.
Fair.
Do you remember Justin Myers in 8th grade? The jock, asshole. He used to fuck with me all the time. Dad told me, he said guys like Justin, like, high school is the best it's ever gonna get for them. They're gonna peak in high school and the rest of their life is just gonna be a disappointment. And that kids like me, I would soar after high school. And in fact, I would sit there and I would fast forward 10 years into the future and I would think about our high school reunion and I would see Justin and he'd just be this fat, balding guy who was the assistant manager at some sporting goods store. And I would be this famous actor who lived in LA or New York. And I'd have this beautiful boyfriend and I was happy. But do you know I looked Justin up online? Do you know what he's doing now? He's an electrician. He's got 2 beautiful kids, a pretty wife, and he's happy. And it just turns out that I'm the one who peaked in high school.
There is no bathroom for me here. There are no colored bathrooms in this building, or any building outside the West Campus, which is half a mile away. Did you know that? I have to walk to Timbuktu just to relieve myself. And I can't use one of the handy bikes. Picture that, Mr. Harrison. My uniform, skirts below my knees, my heels, and a simple string of pearls. Well, I don't own pearls. Lord knows you don't pay the colored enough to afford pearls. And I work like a dog day and night, living off a coffee from a pot none of you want to touch. So excuse me if I have to go to the restroom a few times a day.
This is it. Nothing fancy, but this is Tickle.
What is Tickle?
Tickle is my favorite thing in the whole world. It's all that's left of Nanny, my blanket.
And Tickle is all that remains?
Yeah.
Was there a hurricane or something?
Shut up. No. I mean, I've had it since I was born. It was the blanket they brought me home in from the hospital.
It's like the Wailing Wall.
What?
The Wailing Wall. It's like the most holy place in Israel for Jews to go pray. It's all that's left of this enormous temple that was destroyed by the Romans.
Wow, so you're like really Jewish.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are, aren't you?
I mean, I am Jewish, but I'm not really Jewish. I don't do anything Jewish. I don't go to temple or anything. And the Jews I know don't go to temple. The Jews I know only go on Yom Kippur one day, the day of repentance. Did you know that most temples are built with movable walls so that on the one day of the year when everyone goes to pray, they can make the room big enough to hold everyone?
I don't believe in God.
Just Tickle.
Oh, I believe in Tickle. We're not gonna, like, make out or anything.
What?
I'm sorry, I just totally ruined the moment, didn't
No, I wasn't,
I just mean, we're not gonna, like, make out or...
Okay, I hadn't planned on...
I didn't mean to put that out there. That was lame. Wow, that was so dumb. You know what I do when I'm feeling completely unoriginal? Lava-loo! I make a noise or I do something that no one has ever done, and then I feel like unique again, even if only for a second.
So no one has ever done that?
Not in this spot, no. You just witnessed a complete original moment in history. It's refreshing. You try one.
No.
Come on.
Trust me, yours was good enough for the both of us.
Come on, what are you, shy? This is your chance to do something that has never, ever been done before and will never be copied throughout human existence. If nothing else, you'll always be remembered as the only person who ever did this.
How was that?
Yeah, I've done that one before. So, I gotta bury this hamster before the dogs eat him. You wanna help?
Yeah.
Janice, I apologize if I don't seem real eager to jump into this forced, awkward, intimate situation that people like to call dating, okay? You know, you're sitting there and you're wondering, do I have food on my face? Am I talking too much? Are they talking enough? Am I interested, but I'm not really interested? Or should I play it like I'm interested, but I'm not that interested? But I think he's interested, but do I want to be interested? But no, he's not interested. And when do I kiss him? Do I wait for the door? Because then it's awkward. Then it's like, well, good night. You know, you do that ass out hug thing where like you hug him like that, but your ass sticks out because you don't get too close, you know? And then do I kiss him on the lips or do I not kiss him at all? And that whole time you're wondering, are we going to get hopped up enough to make some bad decisions tonight? You know, perhaps play a game called Just the Tip or, ah, you're on my hair. Hey, Janice?
If we were meant to be together, we would be together. I was thinking about the first time we went to that Greek restaurant on the corner. There was this big banner that said, now serving soup, and I started to go on and on about all the obstacles the owner had to face in order to achieve his lifelong dream of serving soup. And when I finished, she didn't say anything for a few seconds. She just She just sort of exhaled it, almost to herself. I love you. And it just hung there. It was the first time she said that to me, and I didn't even want to respond. I just wanted to keep hearing it. That was 2 weeks after we met. It only took her 2 weeks to fall in love with me.
What's wrong, elevator out?
I think I just broke up with Mark.
Really?
I think so.
So go home.
Nope. I'm ready to work. You win. Again.
You could have just told me it was your birthday.
Right, and there'd be no repercussions.
Oh, so now this is my fault.
Well, it's not my fault that you don't have a family or friends or anywhere else to go.
Go. Go, Peggy. Run him like in the movies. You don't have to be here.
Actually, I do have to be here because of some stupid idea from Danny who you had to hire because you stole his other stupid idea because you were drunk.
Don't get personal because you didn't do your work. Okay? And look, I know it kills you, but guess what? There is no Danny's idea. Everything that comes in here belongs to the agency.
You mean you?
As long as you still work here.
Is that a threat? Because I've already taken somebody up on one of those tonight.
Relax.
You know what? Here's a blank piece of paper. Why don't you turn that into a glow coat?
Are you out of your mind? You gave me 20 ideas, Peggy, and I picked out one that was a kernel that became that commercial.
So you remember?
I do. It was something about a cowboy. Congratulations.
No! It was something about a little boy who was locked in the closet because his mom was making him wait for the floor to dry, which was basically the whole commercial.
It's a kernel.
Which you changed just enough so that it was yours.
I changed it into a commercial. Peggy, were we supposed to shoot him in the closet in the dark? That's the way it works. There are no credits on commercials.
But you got the Clio.
It's your job. I give you money, you give me ideas.
And you never say thank you.
That's what the money's for. You're young. You'll get your recognition. And honestly, it is absolutely ridiculous to be 2 years into your career and still counting your ideas. Everything's an opportunity to you, Peggy, and you should be thanking me every morning when you wake up along with Jesus for giving you another day. Oh, come on. I'm sorry about your boyfriend, okay?
You want to know what normal is to me? Okay. I ain't seen normal since I was 6 years old. When I was 6, I saw a friend of mine get dragged outside by 2 cops and they tied him to a pole. And then they shoved a shotgun into his mouth and broke his fucking teeth off. And then they popped 2 shotgun shells into his head and blew it off. So that's what normal is to me, Richie. So I don't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck about no police then, and I don't give a fuck about no police now. You ain't any different than me. So it don't mean nothing to me for you to show up tomorrow with your head blown off. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Every woman is a mystery to be solved. But a woman hides nothing from her true lover. Her skin color can tell us how to proceed. A hue like the blush of a rose, pink and pale, and she must be coaxed to open her petals with a warmth like the sun. The pale and dappled skin of a redhead calls for the lust of a wave crashing into the shore, so we might stir up what lies beneath and bring up the foamy delight of love to the surface. Although there is no metaphor that truly describes making love to a woman, the closest is playing a rare musical instrument. I wonder, does a Stradivarius violin feel the same rapture as the violinist when he coaxes a single perfect note from its heart?
Are you pregnant?
What?
I've been trying to have a baby, yeah. But, I mean, I don't even think it's gonna stick, so...
Yeah, I think it's stuck.
Okay, I don't know what that tone was, but... haven't you noticed that my boobs have gotten much bigger?
Yeah, of course I noticed your boobs getting bigger. I put that on my vision board. I thought that was because of me.
Who does that?
I do. People like me, visionaries.
Okay, well, didn't you notice me getting fat?
That's a trick question. You're not getting fat. You're beautiful. You know, you've always been beautiful. And, you know, you're carrying this so well.
You think?
Is this why you've been avoiding me lately? Oh my God. I think I'm gonna be a dad.
Oh, no.
We're gonna have a baby. We're gonna be, well, not dads, but, you know.
It's... You're not gonna be it. Well, it's not...
Is it not mine?
I'm just pregnant.
What do you mean you're just pregnant? That's crazy. How is that possible?
What?
You're being crazy. You just lied to me the entire time we've been together about being pregnant, and now you're upset with me because I believed it? That's what a crazy person does.
3 times. Say it again.
I don't know. It just seems crazy to me, that's all.
I want to tell you something. Normally, it's not a good idea to tell a pregnant woman that she's crazy. Do you know what I mean?
You're crazy.
So funny. Oh, not funny.
Who's the father?
I don't know.
How do you not know?
Stop yelling at me.
How could you possibly not know something like that? Did you not catch his name?
I did IVF with a sperm donor. Do you have a problem with that?
I do not have a problem with that. It's your body covered in tattoos. I don't care, but I think I deserve to know when there's someone living inside the person I'm having sex with.
Ew. That's gross. Don't say that.
There's nothing gross about that. It's beautiful.
Okay, well, it's not your problem.
Not genetically, okay? But look, my girlfriend is having a baby. Baby, if we're gonna make this thing work, like, this is the kind of thing I need to know.
What are you gonna do, stay at home and take care of the baby?
Did I just win the lottery? Yes, I want to stay home and take care of a baby. When I was 8, my Halloween costume was a stay-at-home dad.
What?
You're saying I don't have to go to work ever again. I get to hang out with a baby all day.
Okay, stop saying the word baby.
Baby, 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 baby. Babies are awesome.
Okay, listen. You and I would probably have a lot of fun together. And then one day we would be on this road trip and I would be driving and I would get sleepy and I would hate to do it, but I would probably let you drive. And then I would feel very safe. And that's when we would crash.
You think you can control everything, but you can't. That's not how this works.
If I could choose someone to do this with, it would be you.
You can choose.
I'm just not the only one in the car anymore.
Yeah. Well, for the record, this is not me leaving. This is you pushing me away.
I get why you don't want anyone to know about Duke Silver, and don't worry, your secret is safe with me. And to even it out, I'm going to tell you all of my secrets. I once forgot to brush my teeth for 5 weeks. I didn't actually sell my last car, I just forgot where I parked it. I don't know who Al Gore is, and honestly, at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. When they say 2% milk, I don't know what the other 98% is. When I was a kid, my head was so big that scientists did experiments on me. Oh, and I once threw a beer can at a swan, and then it attacked my niece, Rebecca. You don't have to play the Unity concert, but don't quit music. Please.
Clive was my boy. He had my back plenty of times. Me and him did everything together. It was like one fist, you know, one army. Yeah, I sat there until the police came. But when they come, you know, all they see is a dead body, a gun, and a nigger. They took me to juvenile hall. You know, first night was the scariest. Inmates banging on walls, throwing up gang signs, yelling who they were, where they were from. I cried my first night. I never let anybody know that. I spent the next few years in and out of cells, and every day I worry. When will I be free?
So what do you think?
About the food or you?
Both.
Well, this is delicious, and I'm still deciding.
Anything I can do to help?
Yeah, you can answer some questions for me, actually.
Some sounds a little too indefinite. I'll give you 3.
What do you do for a living?
I work in advertising, mostly alcoholic beverages and athletic equipment. I'm trying to break into the jewelry market right now.
Ooh, saving the world one keg party at a time.
Something like that, yeah. What about you?
What about me?
Have I seen any of your work?
I work at Composure.
Fastest growing women's magazine in the country. I'm impressed. Saving the world one shopaholic at a time, eh?
Oh, look here, Sparky. I have a master's in journalism from Columbia. My boss loves me. And if I do it her way for a while, I get to write about anything I want.
Like shoes?
Like alcoholic beverages and athletic gear.
Touche. Very nice. So you think you got me all figured out, eh?
Almost. Still have one last question.
Shoot.
True or false? All's fair in love and war.
True.
Great answer.
Good question.
Buddy, you've got yourself a woman problem. How I know that is because they've been plaguing me my whole life. What's the joke? Can't feed them, can't turn them into cat food. I personally don't see the value in all the whining and the complaining and the lack of rational thinking, which, brother, your bitch has got that in spades. See, the male species has got the potential for greatness. Look at your kings of old. Napoleon, Kublai Khan, Samson. Giants made of muscle and steel. But these women, even in the old Bible movies, you see a Delilah and a Scheherazade. I'm gonna let you in on my own personal belief here. I think Satan is a woman. Think about it.
Who's that? My boyfriend. It's my boyfriend. We're open, though.
How long have we been together?
A few months. I think he wants to be together forever, though. It just scares me a lot because I don't really want to be with anyone forever. How about you, though? Do you have a boyfriend? Have you ever been in love?
In high school, I was actually in love with my best friend, Eddie. Even though I was convinced he was straight, one day he kissed me and we started having sex.
Yes, hot. You know, I've always regretted not having gay sex when I was a teenager.
Eddie would always say, like, he wasn't gay, that he would just want to practice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He wouldn't touch me outside of sex for the first few weeks, too.
I mean, that's the dream, isn't it? To have sex with Eddie, then get all tortured that he doesn't love you back.
Kind of. One night at a party, we got closer and closer, and was sucking his dick in the back.
Yes, hot.
And
Go,
this dickhead
boy.
guy,
Woo!
this dickhead guy just walked in and started shouting and tell everyone else to come and see. And Eddie told everyone that he was passed out and that I raped him, which was unhelpful. We never spoke again. He committed suicide when he was 19, and I didn't find it out until 3 years later. But since your question was, have you ever been in love or not, will you please tell me a deeply horrific story? I would answer yes, to a boy in high school.
Sorry. I don't really know what to say to that.
Tell me something that you never told anyone else.
Okay. In grade 5, I stole my teacher's brooch.
Why?
For the rest of the crime.
What happened?
She told the entire class that it belonged to her dead mother and that if the thief gave it back, she would not be angry.
Did you give it back?
I buried it in the dirt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, answer the question as an adult.
No.
Just run through something in your mind when you get to a bit that makes you go, oh, fuck, or make you feel weird in your tummy. Just tell me that.
Okay. Okay. So I'm an only child, right?
Only child issues, of course.
No. Listen, thank you. So, my dad, he's
Father issues? Is that it?
Will you stop categorizing me? Okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. You're an untamed bouquet of emotions.
Whatever. Anyway, so my dad, he's not the greatest at communicating with me, so instead he just likes to talk about chores and... Oh, but he doesn't actually do that.
Well, is he a bad dad?
No, he's a good dad.
Okay. Did he ever hate you?
Honestly, he is just so lovely.
Oh, you are bad at this.
I know. It's complicated, okay? Like, I don't know how to articulate it because anything I would say about him, I would then disagree with. Okay, so my dad broke up with my mom, whatever, and then she became bipolar, or well, maybe she was always bipolar. I don't know. I don't actually fully understand that bit, but I definitely think my dad made the right decision. However, sometimes I accidentally think that my mom's mental health is my dad's fault. But I don't actually think that.
I have cerebral aneurysm.
Fuck off. You really kept that one in your back pocket, yeah?
Yeah.
But you should know that I don't actually know what that is.
It's basically a weak spot in the artery in my brain. And I don't know, it's not precise science, but perhaps like I could be doing something and the aneurysm will rupture and I will die.
Well, that's a bad thing. Like, that's just literally the worst.
Yeah, it's a bad thing.
I just need you to explain to me, though, what you mean by a weak spot in your artery.
I think a weak spot is quite clear.
Aren't you just so terrified?
When I turned up here and I saw you, I thought, what if I die in his bed? He'd have to meet my mom. And I wonder if my mom would approve you.
Yeah, I don't think she would, to be honest. You know, this one time, I put peanut butter on my face and I let John, my dog, lick it off. Whoa, no, sorry, not as a sex thing, thank you. It made me giggle. But, man, I would not have been able to do that if I had a cerebral aneurysm.
Cerebral. Cerebral is incorrect. So, my mom would be so disappointed.
Yeah. Do you really want to be wasting our time on semantics?
No.
Because I've been to a million auditions, and the same thing happens every time, where I'm interrupted because somebody wants a sandwich, or I'm crying and they start laughing, or there's people in the waiting room and they're like me, except prettier and better, and maybe it's because I'm not good enough. Yeah. Maybe I'm one of those people who's always wanted to do it, but for me it's like a pipe dream. And you said it, you know, you change your dreams and you grow up, and maybe I'm one of those people and I'm not supposed to. I can go back to school. I can find something else that I'm good at, because I left to give this a shot, and it's taken me 6 years and it hasn't worked out, and I can't do this anymore because it hurts just a little bit too much.
Hey, come on, Kev, would you stop?
No, it's all right, Randall. I'm just gonna head back to my hotel.
Look, hey, I'll give you $1,000 right now if you can tell me what I do for a living.
You're a Wall Street guy, right?
Yeah, okay, but what does that mean?
You like the big short, you do Ponzi schemes.
Oh, dude, it's Ponzu sauce, Ponzi schemes. You know, whatever. You don't know what I do, and that's fine. What difference does it make if I didn't watch the Manny? You hated the show. I mean, you were so ashamed of it, you quit.
Not at first. At first, I was proud of that show. And I invited every single one of you to tapings, and Kate is the only one that came.
Well, she had to. You're paying her. Oh, come on, man, that's funny.
That's great. Replaced by another black man.
What the hell did you just say?
Don't worry about
it.
No,
No, replaced by another black man? Hey, tell me what that means.
Don't worry about it, Randall.
No, please. Let's hear it, Kevin. What are you harboring? Because God knows I would love to hear this.
You always got special treatment.
Because I'm black.
No, because you're black and you're adopted.
Oh, yeah. I hit the jackpot with that combination. I couldn't have had it any easier.
In our house you did. With our mother you did.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Why can't you just admit it, man?
Admit what?
Just admit that you were more important to her. And that she wanted to make sure you felt special every single minute of every single day so that you wouldn't feel like the odd man out.
Well, gee, Kevin. I wonder why she was worried about me feeling that way.
What does that mean?
You know what? Just go back to your
No, Randall, hold on. What the hell does that mean?
It means you treated me like a dog. And like a dog, I kept coming back again and again. Just looking for a scrap from you. Like a crumb of affection, of kindness, or respect.
Respect? You wanted my respect?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, no, you wanted to show me up, Randall, which is what you did every single chance that you got.
No, I did not.
You showed me up.
I'm done with this conversation.
In any other family, I would have been the star.
Yeah? Well, guess what, bro? You're no star.
All right. I'd cancel any appointments you have in the next few days, just because you're gonna be sorer than you've ever been before. Oh, and I'd say in 8 or 9 days, take the stitches out, which I suggest you do yourself to save embarrassment. Oh, and there's this website, unixquestions.com. Unix is EUNUCHS. I had a lot of issues with that, but it gives great advice on how to deal with your castration. I mean, it is going to be tricky not letting anyone find out about. No more sex. No more taking public showers. But one of these days, you're gonna have to get a physical, and your doctor's gonna find out. But don't worry, he's not gonna tell his golf buddies. And they're not gonna tell their friends. And they're not gonna tell their friends. But a couple of years down the road, you're gonna start wondering, do my publishers know? Do my models know? Does Janelle know?
I'm speaking to both of you, okay? Do you know what your problem is? Playboy and Madison fucking Avenue. Girls with big tits have big asses. Girls with little tits have little asses. God doesn't fuck around. He's a fair guy. See this? Huh? Do you like that? Well, it doesn't exist, okay? The hair is long and flowing like a river. And the tits, please, I could hang my coat over those. Collagen, plastics, cap teeth, the fat sucked out, the nose fixed, the bush. You fuckers think you'll end up with one of these girls. So you don't give us real women anything approaching commitment. If you had an ounce of self-worth, of self-esteem, of self-confidence, then, as trite as it may sound, you would see that beauty is truly skin deep.
You told my mother that I don't want to have children.
No, I didn't say that you didn't want to have a baby. I said that you weren't ready to have one yet.
Which means I don't want to have children right now.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm confused. Can I get a ruling on this?
No, you're not confused. You're wrong. Holly doesn't want to have a baby? God, we had a plan, Jer. We would have children once we could afford an apartment. We would take 25% of each of our paychecks and put them into a separate joint account with 6.25% interest for 5 years. Why didn't you tell my mother about that?
Our paychecks. Right. You forget, love, you just started getting regular paychecks. You quit 5 jobs in 2 years, remember?
I can't work for idiots.
They can't all be idiots.
They can all be idiots. And why didn't you tell my mom about the business loan that you and John took out without telling me?
What? Love, I've been driving a limo for 4 years, okay? John and I, we want to start a business. We get a few cars, we get a few clients.
Well, that sounds like a career right there.
What is your problem?
What if it doesn't work? You think I want to be a real estate agent showing people apartments I can't afford? Maybe I want other things.
Okay, like what?
I don't know, other things.
Then quit. The job just makes you cranky at home all the time anyway. Look, you want to have a baby? Let's have a baby.
Oh, I hate it when you do that. Let's have a baby. La 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 la. On this 5-floor walk-up, we can barely move in. I'll change the baby's diapers on the windowsill. God, why do I always have to be the responsible adult? Why can't I be the cute, carefree guy that sings all the time?
Because you can't sing without making dogs bark? Look, love, people have babies with no money all the time. Do you want to have a baby?
Do you?
Yes, I do.
See?
See what?
I know what you're saying even when you're not saying it.
Oh, you mean the 2 conversation thing, right? The one that we're having and the one you think we're having?
You told my mom because you're mad at me for not wanting children yet. And because I'm no fun anymore. And because we don't have any hot, nasty sex because all I do is bitch and complain about bills. And why don't you say how you really feel?
Okay, fine. I wish we had more hot, nasty sex. Or the other kind is fine.
What you're saying is you're not happy with this life.
That's not what I'm saying. Is that what you're saying?
What if this is it? What if we're just a married couple who owns a limo company who may or may not have children and that's the end of the story?
What other story do you want?
I don't know.
What do you want, love? What? Do you want a bigger apartment? I'll get a second job. Do you want a baby? Do you not want a baby? What? I know what I want because I'm holding it in my hands right now. Do you? Because you gotta tell me now if I'm not it.
Why, you'll leave?
I'll leave if you want me to leave.
If you want to go.
Don't use me as an excuse, Holly. If you want me to leave, tell me to leave.
Then leave if you want to.
Don't push me, Holly!
If you want to leave, just say goodbye.
That's bullshit, Holly! Are we finished now, love? Can I come back?
I'm sorry.
Sorry I said the wrong thing to your mother. You know, after 9 years, I still get the feeling that she doesn't like me.
She doesn't like you.
What? I thought deep down she really loved me.
She thought it was a mistake marrying you because I loved you too much. I'll never last. God, I just don't want to make mistakes, Jer.
You're in the wrong species then. Be a duck. And we are gonna last. You know how I know? It's because I wake up every single morning and the first thing that I want to do is see your face. You gotta quit biting my head off telling me to leave all the time. You gotta go know by now. I'm not going anywhere.
I gotta pick up my shoes. They're everywhere. They're gonna think I don't love them.
I have nipples. Until last night, yeah, you could assume I had nipples, but you didn't know for sure. Now, confirmed. So what do you think? No, I mean, what do you think about my nipples? Too big? Too small? Are they properly centered or a bit off, like one slightly higher than the other? Once you've seen someone naked, you can't just pretend you haven't seen them naked. What are you trying to tell me? Let's start with your penis. Exactly how cold were you last night? Look, I get it. You just got out of the ocean. The ocean's cold. I understand the concept of shrinkage. But how much shrinkage are we talking about? And what percentage of what I saw represents the whole, you know, situation down there? Is it getting smaller?
Sadie. Oh, well, Sadie met Grammy through Grammy's brother, George. George was real sweet, you know. He had that thing, what's that thing called, where you fall asleep in the middle of a sentence? What's it called? No, narcolepsy, right? Right. So anyway, George went to the Union, see, to get us free turkey, because the Union always gave George this big turkey at Christmas time, because he was a little shell-shocked, you know what I mean, after the First World War. Anyway, so George is standing in line waiting for his free turkey, and all of a sudden, he falls asleep, and he never wakes up. So he's dead. He's dead. Yeah. Oh dear. It's pretty unfortunate, wouldn't you say? Yeah, it's terrible.
Who is it?
Catherine Murphy.
Why did you let them out on bail? I didn't let them out. It's standard procedure. Until a jury finds you guilty, you're free if you can post bail. The guy on TV made it sound like I did a live sex show. Well, it's not the last time that's gonna happen.
bartender at the dugout said you were sick.
You were looking for me? Had to go to the doctors and nobody at work knows. Would you like something to drink? I could really use a drink.
No.
Just to smooth out rough edges. A little, you know. Listen, what time were you born?
I already told you. I don't believe in that astrology. Do you always drink to smooth out the edges?
No. Sometimes I could take a hit of pot or something. Why?
Did you have anything to drink before you went to the mill? Or smoke anything?
Half a joint. Couple of beers. Nothing heavy.
While you were there?
I don't know. I wasn't falling down drunk or anything.
How were you dressed?
What's that supposed to mean?
It means were you dressed provocatively? Showing a lot of cleavage? See-through blouse?
What the fuck difference does it matter how I was dressed? They tore it off of me.
But did how you dress make them think they could have sex with you?
What the hell are you talking about? You saw me at the hospital? You think I asked for that? Is that what you think? If that's what you think, you get the fuck out of my house.
Why didn't you tell me you had a record?
Fuck you. I ain't got no record.
You want to tell me about it?
All right. Look, I was helping my girlfriend to move a U-Haul, you know. We ran into this cop and he sees we have a broken tail light. He pulls us over, starts going through her desk and all sort of stuff she's got in the back. Finds a half-gram of coke. It was nothing big. It was her desk. It wasn't mine. It was her stuff, not mine.
So why is it still in the books?
I don't know. You tell me. I mean, my record was definitely,
expunged?
Yeah. Expunged.
Have you ever made love to more than one man at a time?
What the fuck kind of question is that?
It's the kind of question you're going to be asked on the stand. You're also going to be asked if any other man has ever hit you. And if you liked it. You're going to be asked about your drug bust and how many drinks a day you have to smooth out the edges. And how often you go to bars alone and whether or not you wear underwear when you go to them. And how many abortions you've had. I will object to all of these questions. Sometimes the judge will sustain me and sometimes not.
That ain't fair.
Sarah, you're a witness. It's the defense's job to show the jury that you're a rotten witness. Because you've got a rotten character.
I've got a rotten character? You ain't gonna defend me because I'm some low-class bimbo, right?
I didn't say that.
Will those bastards go to jail?
Is that what you want?
I want those motherfuckers put away forever.
Okay. Here we go. Exterior. Cemetery. Night. The shootout. The Jack O'Diamonds is waiting there with Bonnie, and he's arranged to give him back and have this whole thing end, because all he really wants is peace, you know, like Gandhi or Jesus. Or that other guy. Anyway, he's waiting there for the mafia boss, who's agreed to show up alone and unarmed. But he doesn't, and he ends up just bringing a lot of men. Suddenly, from out of every fucking grave burst the 7 psychopaths, a gun in every hand. But it started raining now, you know, like lightning, and oh, no! Look who's wandered in like a fucking idiot. It's Kaya. She's come to say sorry to you, and you know, she loves you, and that she didn't mean to be such a fucking bitch, you know. You scream out, Kaya, stay back! Too late. She's fucking mown down. Her head almost comes off. No, her head does come off and she dies. So now the only ones left are you and Hans. And you're gonna die. But the Jack O'Diamonds isn't dead at all. He was just a bit injured. And he had a fucking crossbow up his sleeve. He shoots and fucking kills the mafia boss. And then the Jack O'Diamonds dies. But as he dies, his soul leaves up his body, and we pan up over the blood-strewn cemetery and off into the pretty blue skies of dawn.
I should have just figured you'd rush off and tell your friends that you fucked me. Whereas I might be more inclined to be a little more discreet about it until I found out where I stood with you. You know what? It doesn't matter. Honestly, Warren, I don't care who you told or what you told them because people are going to think whatever they want to think. And you know what? There's nothing I can do about it. I should just really listen to my instincts, you know, because your instincts are never wrong. And it was totally against my instinct to come over here last night. And it was definitely against my instinct to sleep with you. But I did. And it's too late. And now my mom is totally furious at me. I probably ruined my friendship with Valerie. Now Dennis Ziegler thinks I'm like easy pickings or something. Not that I even care what he thinks because I don't actually know him. Or you. Or Valerie, for that matter. So, it really doesn't matter. I've made new friends before and I can make new friends now if I have to. So let's just forget the whole thing ever happened. You can chalk one up in your book or whatever and I'll just know better next time. Hopefully. Okay?
Where are we going?
It's a surprise.
Is this your room?
Uh-huh.
It's so cool.
Thanks.
You got me a gift.
With all that help on my Penn State application, of course I did. Open it.
I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. I'm sorry I can't be here for your birthday, Charlie.
It's okay. I'm sorry you have to go back and visit your dad.
I'm in such a great mood, I don't think even he could ruin it. I feel like I'm finally doing good, you know?
Yeah, you are.
Me? What about you? When I met you, you were this scared freshman. And look at you in that suit. You look like a sexy English schoolboy. I saw Mary Elizabeth checking you out.
No.
Innocent. Worst kind of guys. Never see you coming and the parents love you. That's like extra danger.
Hasn't worked for me so far.
Come on. You've never had a girlfriend before? Not even like a second grade Valentine? Have you ever kissed a girl?
No. What about you?
Have I ever kissed a girl?
No. Your first kiss.
My first kiss? I was 11. His name was Robert, and he would come over to the house all the time.
Was he like your first boyfriend?
He was my dad's boss. You know, Charlie, I used to sleep with guys who treated me like shit and get wasted all the time. But now, I feel like I actually have a chance, you know? I could even get into a real college.
It's true. You can do it. My aunt, she had the same thing done to her. She turned her life around.
She must have been great.
She was. She was my favorite person in the world. Until now.
Charlie, I know you know that I like Craig, but I just want to forget about that for a second, okay? I just want to make sure that the first person who kisses you loves you. Okay? I love you, Charlie.
I love you too.
You know that I was supposed to have another date the night that we met? I ever tell you that? The woman that sold me the cheval, she set me up. But then I saw you, and I stood the other girl up. You asked me a question before. What is it that I love about you? Now, so I'm going to start with the obvious. I love the mother that you are. I love that you are still the most beautiful woman in any room. And then you laugh with your entire face. I love that you dance funny. And not sexy, which makes it even sexier. But most of all, I love that you are still the same woman who all those years ago ran out of a blind date because she simply had to sing. You were not just my great love story, Rebecca. You were my big break. In our love story, I know it may not feel like it right now, but baby, I promise. It's just getting started.
You say you don't want to tell me how to live my life. So what do you think you've been doing? You tell me the rights I've got and haven't got, and what I owe you for what you've done for me. But let me tell you something. I owe you nothing. You don't own me. You can't tell me when or where I'm out of line, or how to live my life according to your rules. You don't know how I feel, and you don't know how I think. And if I tried to explain that to you the rest of your life, you would never understand. You and your lousy generation believe that the way it was for you is the way it's got to be. And until you guys have lain down and died, will the dead weight be off our backs? You understand? You've got to get off my back! Dad, you are my father, and I am your son. I love you, and I always have, and I always will. But you think of yourself as a colored man, and I think of myself as a man.
Are you telling us the stuff so we can buy your book? Because I gotta tell you, if you are, that was some of the worst advice I've ever heard. You want your sister to lose weight, tell her to get off the couch, stop eating Twinkies, and maybe go out for field hockey. And you know what? No one ever knows what they want to be when they grow up. It takes a little while to find that out, right, Jim? And you? Yeah, you sick of some jerk shoving your head down the toilet? Well, you know what? Maybe you should try lifting weights. Take a karate lesson, and the next time he tries to do it, you kick him in the balls. You're right, actually. I'm pretty troubled, and I'm pretty confused. And I'm afraid. I'm really, really afraid. Really afraid. But I think you're the fucking Antichrist.
We'll use rock salt in the shotgun cartridges, slip them into the revolver. If it gets large, we'll bang a couple into them. They won't tell the difference between lead or salt. And of course, Bob is our driver, which will...
I don't want to use Bob.
What? He's our driver. The A-team's not complete without our driver. What happened between you and Bob?
think there's something about Bob you don't know, Mumbles.
What's that then? That he's a puff?
How'd you know?
Everybody knows he's a flamer. You don't know who doesn't. He loves the boys.
What's going on here? I'm losing orientation, Mumbles.
Did he make a pass at you? Is this what
Yes,
it's all about?
he fucking did.
Okay, so what? It was supposed to be his last night and you took care of him. That's what friends do for one another. Good job. I won't tell the chaps.
Hold on a minute. You won't tell the chaps what?
What did you do? Did you suck his
Stop right there. What's going on? Did you suck?
Well, you must have touched him.
Hold on. I'm not fucking gay. He just wanted a dance, that's all.
Did you give him one?
A dance, yes, I did.
No. Was it a slow dance?
What has he done to me?
Okay. I think there's something else you should know about our Bob one, too.
What? There's more?
Who do you think looked after your mom before she died while you were doing a two-stretch? Because it wasn't fucking me and I'm your best pal. No. It was Bob there 6 times a week making sure she was looked after. You tore your mom's heart out when you went away, and Bob did his best to put it back together. I'll tell you something else, one, too. If I can be half the man that Bob is, and the price to pay for it was to be a puff, I'd have to think about it. Not for long, but I'd have to think about it.
Wait, he took care of my mom? Why didn't he tell me?
Because that's handsome Bob, and he's class.
Choosing a person you want to share your life with is one of the most important decisions that any of us make. Ever. Because when it's wrong, it turns your life to gray. And sometimes you don't even notice until you wake up one morning and realize that years have gone by. We both know about this one, Alex. Your friendship had brought glorious technicolor to my life. It's been there even in the darkest of times, and I'm the luckiest person alive for that gift. I hope I didn't take it for granted. I think maybe I did. Because sometimes you don't even see that the best thing that ever happened to you sitting there right under your nose. And it's fine too. It really is. Because I've realized that no matter where you are, what are you doing, or who you're with, I will always, honestly, truly, and completely love you.
You like him and he likes you. Don't pretend that you don't.
I don't.
Did you hear what he said to you? I wish a guy would say that to me.
He did say it to you.
No, he really said it to you, and then you went and got all mixed up because you're a scaredy cat.
I might be somewhat trepidatious, but at least I'm not some big dumb dog who goes bounding after the first guy she sees.
I am not dumb.
I didn't mean that.
Besides, you're the dummy.
I am.
Yeah, a nice guy like that, with that accent, and you wouldn't even have a drink with him.
He has a preconceived notion. You. Then he sees me. Over.
I love the way you look. You got such a pretty face. Are you a celebrity?
I don't expect you to understand this. You burp and guys think it's adorable. You puke and guys line up to hold your hair back.
I can tell you for a fact that is not true. When was the last time you had sex?
3 years.
3 years? Really?
One can survive, you know. This is an electronic age.
But even cats have more sex than that, don't they?
Not mine.
Oh.
Are you gonna eat that?
No, I don't eat.
You don't eat. You ordered it.
I love ordering, I love menus, but I can't eat because I gotta watch the calories.
Oh my God. How can you survive like that?
I know, right? Do you believe you are what you eat?
I guess.
See, that's what scares me. I don't eat anything so I can look good on the outside, but on the inside, there's nothing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You, on the other hand,
You're very rich.
Thank you.
Do you hear a buzzing? Like a bzzz, bzz, bzz.
Oh, it's just a bee.
Is that a bee? Oh my god, there's a bee! Bee, bee, bee!
I'll get it! It's dead.
Definitely is.
Yeah, I killed it.
You certainly did.
You're gonna be okay now?
She's fine. We're fine. Everyone's fine. It's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's wrong, Abby?
Nothing that a rooftop and an AK-47 won't take care of.
My mom died when I was little. It was a car accident. I don't really remember it. But my dad, he got shot a couple years later over a gambling debt. And I remember that one just fine. You see, not a lot of people know what it feels like to be angry in your bones. I mean, they understand. Your foster parents, everybody else understands for a while. But then they want the angry little kid to do something that he knows he can't do. Move on. So after a while, they stop understanding. They send the angry kid to a boys' home. You see, I figured it out too late. You gotta learn to hide the anger. Practice smiling in a mirror. It's like putting on a mask. And then you showed up one day in a cool car with a pretty girl on your arm. We were so excited. I mean, Bruce Wayne, billionaire orphan. I mean, we used to come up with stories about you, man. Legends. And you know, to the other kids, that's all they were, just stories. But right when I saw you, I knew who you really were. I'd seen that look on your face before. It's the same one I taught myself. You see, I don't know why you took the fall for Dent's murder, but I am still a believer in the Batman. Even if you aren't.
How'd you know that they're police?
I read a novel in elementary school. The police were doing a stakeout on a hotel, so they dressed up as a bellhop and a man in a suit. It was the exact same thing.
You read a novel in elementary school.
Well, what? I like to read.
So why ask them what the time was?
To throw him off. What kind of drug dealer asks a police officer what time it is when he's holding a briefcase full of pot?
Now that is ballsy thinking under fire. We should hire you. I mean, I'd give the 25 grand as a signing bonus.
I'll take it.
Unfortunately, we only hire from Harvard, and you not only didn't go to Harvard, you didn't go to any law school.
What if I told you I consume knowledge faster than anyone you've ever met? And I've actually passed the bar?
I'd say you're full of shit.
That's a Barbary legal handbook. Pick it up. Read me something.
Civil liability associated with agency is based on several factors, including
the deviation of the agent from his path, the reasonable inference of the agency on behalf of the plaintiff, and the natures of the damages themselves.
How'd you know that?
I learned it when I studied for the bar.
Okay, hotshot. Fire up that laptop. I'll show you what a Harvard attorney can do. That database there has every legal issue in existence. Pick one.
Stock option backdating.
Although backdating options are legal, violations arise related to the disclosure of FASB 123R and the Internal Revenue Code Section 409A.
You forgot about the Sarbanes-Oxley Act of '02.
Statute of limitations renders Moxley moot post-2007.
Not if you can find actions to cover up the violations, as established in the Sixth Circuit, May 2008.
Impressive, but you are at a computer.
Playing hearts. If you're gonna beat me, it's gonna have to be at something else.
How'd you know that?
I told you, I like to read. And when I read something, I understand it. And when I understand it, I never forget it.
So why take the bar?
Some dickhead bet me I couldn't pass it without going to law school.
And how long did he give you to study?
4 months. 2 more than I needed.
Do you really want this job?
When I was in college, my dream was to be a lawyer. My grandmother needed some money, so Trevor convinced me to memorize some math test and sell it. Turns out, we sold it to the dean's daughter. I lost my scholarship and I was kicked out of school. I was thrown into a different life, and I've been looking for a way back ever since.
I had someone take a chance on me once. But before she did, she made sure I was committed to the job. I'm talking about hard work, long hours, high pressure, and no messing around. I need an adult.
You give me this, and I will do whatever it takes to school those Harvard douches and be the best damn lawyer you've ever seen.
Now, I am inclined to give you a shot, but what if I decide to go another way?
I'd say fine. Sometimes I like to hang out with people who aren't as bright just to see how the other half lives.
Move over. I gotta email the firm and let them know we've just found our next associate. By the way, the bet with the dickhead, how much was it for?
I don't remember.
All right. You start a week from Monday. Here's what you're gonna do.
I'm fucking sick of it. I'm sick of cleaning up your vomit. I'm sick of dragging you in off the doorstep every night like a fucking animal. It's embarrassing me. I'm sick of you turning that corner to go to work every morning and me not knowing whether you're going to come home or if I'm gonna find you face down in a ditch somewhere. I won't do it anymore. The man that I live with in this house is not my brother. He's not. He's a stranger. And one that I'm not going to live with anymore because my brother laughs and he smiles and he's full of life. And this is an imposter, an animal, and one that I'm not going to live with anymore. But I want my brother back. I need him. You're breaking my heart every single day and I can't stand it. If you go to bed tonight without taking a hit, you're saving your own life. And I'm gonna be here to help you. I'm here for you. I'm on a 24-hour call. Because I've been there.
Hey, I'm really sorry if that guy was bothering you.
Oh, no, he wasn't. It was fine, really. It was fine. Could I try some of that?
What, this? I don't know, it's some pretty serious stuff.
Just a taste.
All right. Here you go. It's pretty strong, though.
Okay. Wow. Ah. How do you drink that?
I don't know, I guess I've been doing it for a while. You know who gave me my first beer?
Who?
My dad.
Really?
Yeah, I was probably 6 years old. He used to take me to baseball games every Saturday, and he'd let me have little sips of it.
Did you ever get drunk?
No, I didn't get drunk. It's just, I don't know, it tasted really nice, and it felt warm.
Oh. So, what does he do now, your dad?
He's an airline pilot.
Oh.
Yeah, he flies all across the country.
That's really awesome.
Dude, he's awesome. I don't know what he was doing with my mom for that long.
Oh. So are they, like, divorced?
Yeah, my mom, she made him leave us a long time ago. Do you want some more?
Oh. You know, it kind of sounds like we've got the same type of mom.
Really? How so?
Well, okay, for example, I got into college today, but there's...
Whoa, you got into college today?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Up in Philadelphia, which is really cool
Uh-huh.
because my sister lives up there. But there's nowhere I'm going to be going, so I mean, it's not a big deal.
What are you talking about?
Well, I have to help my mom with the paper route, so...
Your mom? Your mom is like a grown woman. She can do the paper out herself. You are definitely going to college.
Yeah, but
But what, Amy? Don't you get it? You're like this incredibly gifted genius person. And you got all these people around you telling you can't do shit. That's gotta stop. You gotta start standing up for yourself.
How?
How? I'll teach you. First, take another swig of this stuff. Come on, get that down the hatch.
Ugh, God.
Okay, good. Now, repeat after me. Mom, get off my motherfucking back.
What? No, I can't say that.
Of course you can. Now say it.
Mom, get off my back.
What? No. You have to do the motherfucking.
No, I can't say that.
Yes, you can. Now say it.
Get off my fucking back.
No, motherfucking.
Motherfucking. Mom, get off my motherfucking back. There. Oh.
Good. Good. Yes. Now let's see what else. Ex-boyfriends. You got ex-boyfriends?
No, I don't have an ex-boyfriend.
What?
Yeah.
You're 18 years old and you don't have a single ex-boyfriend?
No, guys don't really look at me that way.
No, guys absolutely look at you like that. I just saw guys look at you like that. Cody Dennis and Eric Wolf, they were 100% hitting on you.
No, they weren't. We were just talking.
No, 100% hitting on you.
No, there was absolutely no way to do it.
Amy, why don't you think they were hitting on you, huh?
Well, because they were.
Because you're what? Amy? You're absolutely beautiful. You're absolutely beautiful.
I'm sorry. I really want us to get along. I do, but I can't pretend to believe in something I don't. And I don't. No, see, this isn't doubt. I believe in science. I believe in evolution. I cannot get behind some supreme being who weighs in on the Tony Awards while a million people get whacked with machetes. I don't believe a billion Indians are going to hell. I don't think that we get cancer to learn life lessons, and I don't think people die young because God needs another angel. I think it's just bullshit. And on some level, I think we all know that. Don't you? Look, I get that religion makes it easier to deal with all the random, shitty things that happen to us. And I wish I could get on that ride. I'm sure I would be a lot happier. But I can't. Feelings aren't enough. I need it to be real. I gotta go. I hope he makes you very happy.
You're 30 seconds late. I was about to send us.
Hello, Tess.
What are you doing here?
I'm out.
You're out?
Of prison. You remember? The day I went out for cigarettes and never came back? You must have known.
I don't smoke. Don't sit.
They said I'd paid my debt to society.
Oh, funny. I never got a check.
You look great. You're not wearing your ring.
I sold it. I don't have a husband anymore. Didn't get the papers.
I'll ask stay inside.
I told you I'd write. Danny. Go. Now, before...
Benedict? It's okay.
Danny.
You've done a great job curating the museum. The Vermeer is nice. Simple but vibrant. Although, his work definitely fell off as he got older.
Remind you of anyone?
And I always get Monet and Manet confused. Which one married his mistress?
Monet.
Right. Manny has syphilis.
They also painted occasionally.
You don't know how many times I've played this conversation over in my head for the last 2 years.
Did it always go this poorly?
Yeah,
That sounds frustrating.
you were never easy. So I'll make this quick. I want to go on with my life, and I need you with me.
You're a thief and a liar.
I only lied about being a thief. I don't do that anymore.
Deal?
Why?
I'm with someone who doesn't have to make that kind of distinction.
No, he's very clear on both.
Nice. Did you work on that for 2 years too?
Year and a half.
You know what your problem is?
I only have one?
You've met too many people like you. I'm with Terry now.
Does he make you laugh?
He doesn't make me cry.
The thing about icebergs is you can only see 10% of them. The other 90% is under the water where you can't see it. And that's what it is with you, Dad. I'm only seeing this little bit that sticks above the water. Because you have never told me a single fact. You tell lies, Dad. You tell amusing lies. Stories are what you tell a kid at bedtime. They're not elaborate mythologies you maintain when your son is 10 and 15 and 20 and 30. And the thing is, I believed you. I believed you so much longer than I should have. And then when I realized that everything you said was impossible, everything, I felt like such a fool to have trusted you. You were like Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny combined. Just as charming and just as fake.
There's something that I need to tell you. After I got shot, do you want to know the very first thing that entered my mind before I blacked out? Coins. I'm 8 years old again on a tour of the US Mint, listening to some tour guide explain to me how coins are made, how they're punched from sheet metal, how they're stamped and cleaned, how they're rimmed and beveled, and how every single batch of coins are personally examined just in case any of them slip through with the slightest imperfection. That's what popped into my head. I'm a coin in the United States Army. I was minted in the year 1980. I've been punched from sheet metal. I've been stamped and cleaned, and my edges have been rimmed and beveled, but now I have 2 small holes in me. And I'm no longer in perfect condition. So there's something else that I've been wanting to tell you. Do you know what the very last thing was that entered my mind before everything went black? You.
I'm setting my alarm for 9. What time are you gonna get up? Is you like not talking to me, or
Don't hold your breath.
for what?
No, that's what you said to your mom and dad. Don't hold your breath. That is so rude.
Well, it was a joke.
It was a mean and shitty joke.
Okay, maybe it was a bad joke, but I
You
didn't
said
mean
I
it.
shouldn't have children.
In 4 years. Okay, I knew you would get upset. That's why I was like, in 4 years.
4 years? What does that mean?
In 4 years, we figured it out if you have a kid or not.
But why? Why 4 years in this master plan that you've concocted for my life?
You make it sound way worse than it actually is. Okay? I just mean, in 4 years, we have a better understanding of.
Of? Just say it. Will you just say it?
Your sobriety. We'll know if you're sober or not. I don't know.
So you don't think I'm gonna be sober in 4 years, and you don't want to have children with me?
Didn't say that. Okay? You told me last week you almost drank. So when I hear that, it makes me scared about it. So I was like, where's this going? Is she going to drink in a week, in 2 weeks? I don't know.
How do you think sobriety works? You think in 4 years I couldn't fall off the wagon? You think in 10 years I couldn't fall off the wagon? You think in 20 years I couldn't fall off the wagon? There are no guarantees. All I can promise is right now, I am trying as hard as I can. So it doesn't make me feel very good that now you're just backing away.
Okay.
You can no longer see a future with me because I told you I almost but didn't drink last week? That was a really shitty moment for me. But you know what? I felt proud of myself after that because I didn't drink.
Okay.
And if you can't see that as a victory, and now you're just scared and nervous, oh God, she's not the right person to have a kid with, then what are we doing? You're being such a dick, I can't look at you right
You
now.
ask me to be honest with you all the time. When I'm honest with you about my
If that's
feelings,
really
you
how
just...
you feel, then maybe we shouldn't be together.
Come on, I didn't say
Maybe
that.
we shouldn't be in a relationship then.
You really want to do this right now? While I'm back in my parents' house? You're gonna fucking start talking about breaking up?
You brought it up with your shitty joke.
I didn't bring breaking up. You brought that up.
No, but how you really feel about me is grounds for breaking up.
Okay, let's just... we're getting upset, okay? There's a lot of pressure going on, family stuff. Let's just relax.
No, I'm not relaxing. Get out. I don't want to sleep in the same bed as you. I'll fucking scream if you don't get out.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tell you the real reason I'm having my lunch with you today. You see, I don't really have any friends at the moment, and to be completely honest with you, I'm not interested at all. My entire generation are a bunch of mouth breathers. They literally have a seizure if you take their phone away for a second. They can't communicate without emojis, and they actually think the world wants to know that they are eating a taco! Exclamation point, smiley face, smiley face. Like, we give a fuck! I'm an old soul. I like old movies and old music and even old people. I have nothing in common with the people out there, and they have nothing in common with me.
I'm good with the Lord. I'm fine with him. And I know how you were raised, all right? And I know how people fucking think out there. Fuck, it's gotta be that way. They've gotta tell you that thou shalt not kill and shit and all of that. But that's not the way the world works, Selby. Because I'm out there every fucking day living it. Who the fuck knows what God wants? People kill each other every day, and for what? For politics, for religion and their heroes. No. No.
There's a lot of shit I can't do anymore. And killing's not one of them. And letting those fucking bastards go and rape someone else isn't either.
Can I ask you a question, Maggie?
No.
How much is this counseling costing? I want you to answer my question, Maggie. It's my intimacy request.
$100.
$100? That was $100.
That's what I just said, Joe.
How many of these do you think we're gonna need?
I don't know.
$100!
Is it still your intimacy request? Because otherwise I'd rather not discuss it anymore.
I gotta work a 10-hour day, risking my life to make $100.
Who are you risking your life for? Not me, Joe.
Will you rub my back? Va fan cool.
You're an animal.
You know what my intimacy request is for him? I'll tell you, it's very intimate. He could take that bill that he's gonna send me, he can shove it up his ass.
You're an animal. You know, I hope those guys you're hanging out with are laying you because I'm not anymore.
Well, Maggie, who told you to wear a seatbelt?
What?
It's a simple question. I ain't never seen you wear a seatbelt before.
Wait a minute. Is this... You think I'm having an affair?
I didn't say that. I find it interesting that you would say that, though.
No, you're right. You're right. I am secretly seeing a man who wants me to buckle up for safety. We have 3 children, Joe, remember them? One of us has to play it safe.
All I did was I asked a simple question. You're the one that brought it up with the affair.
Bullshit! You know, it's so freaking ironic you'd think I'm up to something. My nights are homework and basketball games. What are your nights?
You know what I'm doing.
I don't know a goddamn thing.
I'm doing the job! That's the job!
I live like a widow, Joe. That's the only way I can deal with this. With the photographs and the memories and our children. And I go on with my life like you're already dead.
It's for your own protection.
It's not protecting me. It's killing me.